आपका दिन ऐसे जाएगा, इफ योर एरीज आपका दिन ऐसा. सो इन वैदिक एस्ट्रोलॉजी जब एस्ट्रोलॉजर्स हिंदी में पढ़ते हैं, दे आर रीडिंग दैट विथ योर मून असेंडेंट, नॉट विथ योर असेंडेंट. हम देखते हैं आपका मून किस साइन में है, लाइक एरीज और टॉरस, एंड उसके हिसाब से वी देन गिव यू योर prediction for the day. So that is a pretty interesting thing because we believe कि mind is important, right? तो हमने पहले कहा था कि sun controls right eye, moon controls left eye. Sun is father. हमने ये भी कहा moon is not your mother. It is relations with your mother. How you treat your mother. एक interesting चीज है, you will treat, if you have good relations with your mother, you're a lucky person. You should have good relations. देखो अप डाउन होता है, हर एक रिलेशन में अप डाउन होता है, बट somebody was telling me mother is important and I said actually mother, father, all are important. Life में you can't be an island, ना? अकेले रहने में मजा ही नहीं है. But when you have everybody, then making all these factors also work becomes very difficult. But life में आप जितना खुश रह सकते हो, adapt कर सकते हो situations के साथ, that is moon. Moon is adaptability. जितने लोग पॉपुलर होते हैं, दैट इज मून. जितने लोग मेंटल असाइलम जाते हैं, दैट इज मून. या आई टेल यू समथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग. फॉर अ वुमन, राहु विथ मून मेक्स देम वेरी प्रिटी.
Rahu with moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is Rahu? So I have not done a show on Rahu yet, but Rahu is expansion. Rahu is expansion. Ketu is not contraction. Ketu is satisfied with where you are.
Okay.
जब राहु आपके 10th हाउस में आता है करियर में, इट एक्सपैंड्स योर करियर. जब राहु आपके 2nd हाउस में, इट वांट्स टू एक्सपैंड योर वेल्थ. इट इज एन अनफुलफिल्ड डिजायर ऑफ योर पास्ट लाइफ दैट यू वांट टू इंक्रीज. तो अगर राहु मून के साथ आ जाता है, मून इज ब्यूटी. इट टेंड्स टू मेक यू वेरी वेरी प्रिटी, वेरी लाइकेबल. जितने मिस वर्ल्ड, मिस यूएसएज आप देखते हो, मिस इंडिया देखते हो, these contestants, most of them have very strong Rahu and Moon, either conjunction or aspect. For men, Moon Rahu doesn't work very well.
Okay.
Sun Rahu works very well. जितने politicians हैं, leaders हैं, authoritative figures हैं, they have Sun Rahu combinations. Moon Rahu definitely causes some ego problems. It causes some other issues in married life. Same way with Sun Rahu. I've seen, हमारे पास बहुत CEOs आते हैं, business leaders, politicians, and they all have very strong Sun Rahus, whether it's in the 6th house, the house of service, or 12th house, the house of foreign travel. Very, very strong charts. Moon is mind. अगर इंसान में mind weak है, they tend to wander. 3 things we should understand: where the moon is placed, which house, which sign, and dignity. Dignity is adaptability of the moon. See, it deals with so many different things. So moon represents flow of blood.
Okay.
So in medical astrology, if your moon is bad or moon is weak, you'll have some blood flow issues.
Okay.
Okay. Agar lady ho and 4th house, which is on the left hand side on the northern chart, agar 4th house pe we have some bad planets aspecting it, and 4th house का लॉर्ड खराब है और मून के ऊपर भी दृष्टि खराब है, the woman will likely have breast cancer. Okay.
Oh.
If moon is related to the 7th house, then she can have ovarian cancer. These are typical situations that moon will bring. Moon brings so much stuff. Moon ki diseases is asthma, lungs. There are saying कि अगर moon aspects your 7th house या moon 7th house में बैठा है, married life अच्छी होती है. Typically you'll have a partner who will be very adjusting because moon is adjusting. But if the moon is a little too strong, you will have extramarital affairs. That's also another possibility.
Okay.
Moon देखना चाहिए. Last time कहा था कि sun is a square face, moon is a round face.
Right.
Moon rules the sign of Cancer. Right? So any planet which sits in Cancer, any planet will act a little like moon and moon will act like that planet.
Okay. That
अगर
planet will act like moon and moon will act
Exactly.
like this. Okay.
So for example, अगर Mars वहाँ बैठ जाता है, then moon tends to be aggressive
Like
and
Mars.
like Mars, and Mars tends to be
Mellow.
mellow.
Like moon.
So what happens is you can get a very strict but affectionate mother. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Very disciplined.
Definitely.
आप तो ऐसे बोल रहे हो जैसे आपके साथ हो चुका है. So this is what we need to understand. Moon also causes TB, tuberculosis, right? Moon causes a variety of diseases depending on कौन से नक्षत्र में है. Moon can cause low blood pressure depending on which house it sits in. Moon can cause skin problems depending on the house it sits in. तो वी हैव टू स्टडी, अंडरस्टैंड कि मून क्या कर रहा है आपकी लाइफ में. One of the things that people need to do is make their moon stronger, because moon gives you tension, worry, inferiority complex. This is caused by moon. Depression. You'll be surprised. As an astrologer, the number one reason people are coming to me is not finances, it's not career, it is depression.
Oh.
Yes, I'll be very frank. I'm not going to take names, but if I do, I don't do more than 4 readings a day. I just have no time. But 4 readings में से भी 2 are related to depression. And depression in most cases is self-inflicted. Unrealistic expectations. Not having patience. See, क्या होता है, you want something in life. You're working hard at it and then you suddenly stop. Why did you stop? What made you stop? जब आप कुछ ढूंढ रहे हो अपने घर पे, you stop when you find that last thing. So why don't you continue till you get it? You know, that's where I'm going to discuss towards the end of the show what astrology should do and what astrologers do. जैसे अगर हम देखते हैं कि आपका सन 10th हाउस में है, an astrologer can say government job कर लो. No, astrology is not about telling you what you will do. Astrology is about telling you the possibilities that you should do, because God has given you something called free will. You have the ability to make choices. You should make the choices. What choice you'll make is already predetermined. But as an astrologer, we want to tell you, ये करो, ये कर सकते हो आप. बाकी
your
आपके
options?
ऊपर है. Yes, we have to give you options. So
Absolutely.
you are more aware. You know, not everybody can do everything. Vedika can get up today and say, I want to go become a lawyer. And yes, you can become a lawyer. You just go back to law school. This is the beauty of the human mind. You have knowledge, the expertise, and the charm to do what you want. But if Vedika today says, I want to become a surgeon, that's going to be challenging. Going back to school and studying to be a surgeon is difficult.
Right.
Possibilities hai na. You want to write a book today? You can. If you put your mind at heart. So all the listeners here, अगर आप अपना mind किसी चीज पे डालो, you can accomplish things provided they are realistic. Today आपको engineer बनना है, बन सकते हो. My first cousin, this is interestingly, is an engineer with an MBA. Then he became a dentist.
What?
Yes, he just did not
That's
have...
highly unusual.
It
path.
is, but he did not have the fun. He didn't have the...
No, he did the right thing, but that is unusual.
But लोग करते हैं, लोग कर सकते हैं. There are people that have so many advanced degrees for a
और लोगों
reason.
को करना चाहिए. I think जो dissatisfaction, जो stress बढ़े जा रहा है, because maybe they are not doing what they were supposed to do or they want to do really.
देखिए, जब लाइफ में आप जी रहे हो ना, तो लाइफ इज वेरी लॉन्ग. जब एंड मिनट आता है, देन यू रियलाइज कि ये तो बहुत शॉर्ट था. मैंने ये क्यों नहीं किया? सो प्लीज
Regrets.
learn. No, don't have regrets. Learn to live your life to the fullest. You want to go on a trip? Do it. You want to buy that little gadget for yourself? Go buy it. You want to buy some clothes? Do it. आपको लाइफ में जो करना है करो. Go have some fun. Enjoy your life, because ये आपकी लाइफ है, ये आपका मून है. आपने इसको बेहतर बनाना है.
I really wish ये moon का topic कभी खत्म ही ना हो. I'm really liking it and I'm sure listeners are too. So this is the point where we are opening the studio lines. If you have any questions, you can call us. Dr. Saket Bhatia is live with us in the studio. The Saket Bhatia Astrology Show सुन रहे हैं आप. And Dr. Bhatia, who has a PhD in the subject of astrology and he is also a professional numerologist, has been awarded by Prime Minister Narendra Modi for his knowledge and guidance in the field of astrology. कॉल कीजिए अभी स्टूडियो लाइन पे 5107701550 इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन रिगार्डिंग एस्ट्रोलॉजी और न्यूमरोलॉजी, और इफ यू वुड लाइक टू कनेक्ट विद डॉक्टर भाटिया फॉर अ डिटेल्ड कंसल्टेशन और scheduling an appointment. 408-639-5300 is his direct number.
तो हमारा एक क्लाइंट है
जी.
बाय द नेम ऑफ गोविंद आहूजा.
इज इट चीची भैया?
आपको लास्ट वीक हमने फोटो दिखाई थी.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So he happens to be a client of ours for many years, right? Govinda, the actor. Now all of a sudden he enters politics.
Yeah.
He enters the Shiv Sena party, right? 14 साल बाद. When we had our call about 3 months ago and 4 months ago and 6 months ago, जब उनसे बात की थी, हमने कहा था लाइफ पैथ आपका कहता है you can get into acting, you can get into direction, you can open a school if you want, or you can get into politics. ये free will है. आपका जो sun है, it is placed so strong, you can do any of the above. It's your choice. आपको क्या करना है? He decided to become a politician. He's done very well in the past, and I wish him very good. And if he's listening, I know at some point of time later on this month we will be talking. I wish you the best. Do well in your career. But at the same time, it's about how you handle the responsibility, your mind. आप कैसे करते हो? If he can go from, dancing to movies to politics, so can you. It's not that hard.
I like that graph. We have couple of callers.
Oh,
Can
yes,
we take
yes,
the
sure.
calls? Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, Dr. Bhatia.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I am doing very well, thank you. How can I help you?
आपके shows बहुत अच्छे हैं. So I think we get a lot of information from your shows. Thank you.
Thank you.
So one question I had related to my son.
Okay.
I just wanted to know, what is in his destiny? What is he going to become?
Sir, आपकी आवाज clear नहीं आ रही है. Can you say that again?
Yeah. Sure. I just wanted to ask about my son. I wanted to know, what he's going to become.
Okay.
We will need his.
He's about 12 years old.
Yeah, we'll need his date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth.
Yeah, he was born on 12th January 2012.
1st January?
12th January
Okay, 12 January.
Sorry?
Yeah, 2012.
2012.
Okay.
And he's in Pleasanton, California.
Okay.
And he was born at 1:35 p.m. in the afternoon.
1:35 p.m. Okay. So your question is, what is he going to
The
do?
question is, what is he going to become? What is in his destiny for him to become?
So your son, born January 12th, 2012, right?
Yep.
That's born on a Thursday at 1:35 in the afternoon in Pleasanton, California. So I have pulled up his chart. Have you seen his chart ever? Have you been to an astrologer? What do you know about astrology?
I've actually looked at his chart. I think his moon is well placed. I think it's with Mangal, so which is like Mars.
Moon is sitting with Mars, correct. So hum abhi, I'm going to try making this because you have knowledge of astrology, right? I always like it when somebody who has at least some knowledge calls, because it becomes easier for us to explain. जब moon Mars का combination होता है, it makes the person highly emotional, a little bit erratic. They have less control on their mind because moon is more of a calm planet. Mars wants to do stuff, right? However, it makes one robust. It will make your son very active, courageous, short-tempered. Okay, he has a fighting spirit. I'm telling you what your son's capabilities are. Okay. Mars dasha mein you have to be careful because Mars thoda problem de sakta hai uske moon ko. Now let's sit and analyze. In his chart, the Shadbala of Venus is 1.13. Yes, Venus is the ascendant. Astrology rule is whichever house the ascendant lord is placed in, that house will do very well. His 10th house is secure. I am not worried about it at all. Very strong. Venus in general talks about acting, RJ, movies, media, real estate, fine art, fine dining. Those are good fields for your son. Very, very good fields. If you, agar aapko in detail pata karna hai, then I won't be able to do it here because I have to study your son's chart and you know astrology. So do this. Look at your son's D1 chart. Okay, then look at the placement of the Lord of the 10th house and where it is placed on the Navam's chart from the ascendant sun and moon. Then draw a chart and you'll get an idea as to what you think he's going to do.
From the ascendant sun and the moon,
Okay, so for example, in this Kundli, the 10th Lord from the ascendant is Venus. The 10th Lord, is Saturn. Saturn is sitting in the 10th house in Mars. Mars is pointing to, what is Mars pointing to? Surgery. Moon is pointing to medicine. Medical surgery could be one field. But Venus, the planet, is so strong. He would be fine in media also. Remember that. Journalism is another field. Okay?
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you so much for your call. So now you're teaching everybody, not just me. Chaliye, we have another
अच्छा
call.
लगता है when people are so concerned about their
जी,
child who's
जी.
only 12 years old, for sure. Yes.
Ji, let's take the next call. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Yeah, hi. My name is Dipen Shah.
Hi,
My
Shah.
date of birth is November 18, 1981.
Go a little slow. November 18th, 1981. Okay.
Ahmedabad, Gujarat.
1981. So you were born on a Wednesday in India.
Yeah. 5:50 a.m.
आप जल्दी पैदा हो गए. 50, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your question?
I want to know if I would be able to, get into business. I'm currently working in IT profession. I'm doing a job. So I want to know in future if I'll be able to, get into any kind of business related to IT or otherwise. These.
देखिए, you want to do a business, right?
Yeah.
It is what you want to do. Then why don't you do it? What is causing you not to do it? Tell me.
I don't have any, ideas in mind as of now, and I'm not sure if that's gonna be giving me the same amount of, income I am getting through my job, right?
Look. My background is I have a PhD in electrical engineering. Okay. When I got my PhD, I worked for a company called Motorola back then. वो पुरानी company थी. I worked in Florida. Then I quit my job. I started a company in Los Angeles. We raised a lot of money. We sold the company very well. When I started the company, I didn't make that much money. See, money should not be the self-driving factor. Yes, you have bills to pay. Yes, you have other stuff to do. But in life, you must follow your heart. You got to do stuff. Look at your chart carefully. Have you ever seen it? Have you been to an astrologer? Or you don't know anything about it?
I have been, but not discussed in detail about this topic, I believe. So, yeah, I may have seen it, but I don't know if I should be.
You have a good chart. You have Jupiter, Mercury placed in the ascendant. You have Moon more than 72 degrees away from the Sun. So that makes it a strong chart. You have Rahu, which means you're going to expand and do well. You don't have a debilitated planet. Your Sun, which is your confidence, sits in the second house. My suggestion, you must go start a business. You have to start one. Saturn आपका जो योगा कारक planet है वो जिस घर में बैठा है, it means you'll start something overseas. Go get your idea. Go start. But now is not the right time to do it. If you want timing, you can contact, we can discuss when we think. Plus, we can look at your chart and say what we think you should do. Should it be in engineering? Should it be in, child education? What is it that you want to do? But go start something. This is a good chart. No bad stuff at all. ये आपकी नवंश भी बहुत strong है. They're all good. Only hiccup is नवंश में जो Venus है, that sits in Virgo, वो थोड़ा weak हो जाता है. Your level of contentment and happiness will always be less. So you have to work on that, okay?
Okay. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Let's take another call.
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia. Thanks for holding.
Hi, this is Monica.
Hi, Monica.
Hello, sir. So I want to know a few things about my future too. Basically, I have 3 questions.
You can ask one on air. आप आराम से डॉक्टर भाटिया से डायरेक्टली बात कर सकती हैं. With so many questions, definitely you should meet him.
Oh, okay, sure. So for now, maybe he can answer me about my job change, which I'm thinking to do it as soon as possible.
Okay. What is your date of birth, Monica?
It is June 26, 87.
June 26th, 1987.
87.
Okay.
7, yes.
Okay. And what time were you born?
2 a.m.
That was really early.
Yeah.
No patience.
I'm not a person, though.
Acha, and where were you born?
Gwalior, MP.
ग्वालियर मध्य प्रदेश. Okay. And आपका question क्या है?
So, sir, I just want to change my job. I'm looking for the better job.
Okay.
But somehow the market is not good and some of the other thing is there. So, I'm not able to go through it. So, I just want to know, is there any chances or, would you see in my Grah Nakshatra, is there possible for me?
So, let me say one thing. Job तो आपने करनी है, right? It would be wrong for an astrologer to tell you हमको नहीं दिख रहा है आपका job. That is madness. Job तो आपने करनी है.
जॉब तो मैं ऑलरेडी भी कर रही हूँ सर.
Okay. जॉब आप कर रहे हो. आपकी जो कुंडली बनती है, राइट, दैट्स एन एरीज असेंडेंट. इन योर फुल चार्ट, your full chart stands out because Jupiter is the one planet जो अंदर बैठा है केंद्रों के घरों में. When Jupiter sits in the ascendant, it makes the chart very strong. आपका retrograde Saturn बैठा है, and retrograde Saturn जो है वो 8th में बैठा है, वो 10th का लॉर्ड 8th में बैठा है. That doesn't mean much, but शनि की दशा चल रही है, सैटर्न की दशा चलेगी नवंबर तक, उसके बाद शनि मर्क्यूरी की दशा चलती है, which in this chart is not the best, but between now and November 2024 is actually a good time for you because Saturn still is the lord of career. You can try getting a job then. It's very good. And right now Jupiter is sitting in transit में भी ascendant में बैठा है. Go apply for a job now. You will be fine. अच्छा रहेगा आपके लिए. Don't wait.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for your call. Listeners, if you are listening to us, the Saket Bhatia Astrology Show is on. Dr. Saket Bhatia is live with us on air. आप कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं उन्हें डायरेक्टली बाय कॉलिंग हिम 4086395300 or you can write to him info@saketbhatia.com, or for all the other information visit his website saketbhatia.com. अभी अगर आपका कोई क्वेश्चन है, we have some time left in the show. 510-770-1550 is where you can call for one quick question. We have another caller waiting.
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Oh, hi, doctor.
Hi.
My name is Sanjay Pathak, and my date of birth is February 20, 1970.
Okay.
I was born in the evening at 6:26 p.m.
Okay.
in Jalandhar city.
Okay. I know Jalandhar. I've been there many times.
Okay, that's nice. I was always confused. I've been here like 23 years. Sometimes I just feel like going back.
Okay.
What would be your suggestion? What do my stars say? Is it good for me to hang in America and do something here, maybe a job or a business? And what would be better, actually, one of those? Or should I go back home?
So when you're saying go back home, you live
In
here?
India.
आप यहाँ रहते हो ना, आपका घर है.
हाँ.
You usually go back to places where you're supposed to go back to. So let's study your chart, okay? आपकी जो कुंडली बनती है, you're a Leo ascendant, which means you're run by Sun, okay? Sun is very well placed in the 7th house. अपने ही घर को देखता है, Venus राहु के साथ बैठा है. Your 4th house is afflicted. वहाँ पर गली का मंडी है. जो 4th house lord है वो 8th में बैठ गया. The thing in your chart that's important is the 12th lord is in the 12th house. मतलब जो foreign का land है वो वहाँ चला गया है. You want to go back? You can go back. You absolutely can go back. The question is when and how will it be for you? आप यहाँ क्या कर रहे हो?
I just work at a gas station. I just have a regular job.
Okay. इस कुंडली में Saturn aspects the house of gains and Mars aspects the house of gains. So when Saturn Mars, typically when they aspect a house related together, they will destroy a little bit significations of that house. तो पैसे ज़्यादा बचते नहीं आपके. Here is my
Yes.
take. अगर आपको वापस जाना है, the chart indicates yes, you can. राहु दशा चल रही है, you can go back right now. Absolutely. राहु जुपिटर की दशा चल रही है. I would say जब राहु शनि की दशा चलती है, which is starting in about 2 years from today, it's a good time.
Okay.
If you want to go back, you can. Your chart is
So
yes.
is it good for here also? Like if I just visit and come back,
I don't
or
see any.
should I just?
I don't see a problem. What I think, that's where modern astrology comes in. The other day, किसी ने कहा था कि modern astrologers don't make sense. Modern astrology would tell you, go back, spend some time in India, see how your life is shaping out. ये आपकी choice है. If you do decide to stay there, great. If you want to come back, come back. But common sense use कीजिए. Go spend 2-3 months, see what you can do, क्या काम कर सकते हैं, how you'll adjust, and then decide accordingly. Okay?
What about health? You see anything bad or good?
So there are callers waiting. I'm sorry, you can just ask one question. आप Dr. Saket Bhatia को directly call कर सकते हैं if you have more questions. The number to call him is 408-639-5300. We have next caller waiting.
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Okay. Hello, Doctor Sir.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just asking about my son.
Okay,
His name is Kartikeya.
okay.
He born 11 December 2000, 5:17 p.m. in San Jose.
11th December.
Right. 2000.
Okay.
5:17 p.m.
5:17 p.m. you said?
Yeah.
Yes,
5:17 p.m. Okay,
San Jose.
okay. And आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है?
मेरा क्वेश्चन है, थोड़ा सा वो एंजाइटी में है, अभी यूनिवर्सिटी में गया हुआ है और वो ट्रांसफर स्टूडेंट है. थोड़ा सा उसका ध्यान जो है पढ़ाई में थोड़ा डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है. घर में थोड़ा सा कोई प्रॉब्लम हो जाती है तो वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाता है. तो मैं पूछना चाहती हूँ क्या चल रहा है उसके साथ.
When you say disturb, do you mean mild depression? Is that what you're saying?
ये एंजाइटी काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स.
देखिए, एस्ट्रोलॉजी में एक बड़ा इजी सा रूल है. वो कहते हैं जब सैटर्न 12वें घर में बैठ जाए या रेट्रोग्रेड हो जाए 12वें घर में, इट कैन कॉज फीलिंग्स ऑफ आइसोलेशन या डिप्रेशन, ईदर और, राइट. इनकी कुंडली में वो दिखता है. सैटर्न एंड जुपिटर दोनों रेट्रोग्रेड है, वहाँ बैठे हैं. मून असेंडेंट है, असेंडेंट में बैठा है, सो दैट्स अ गुड साइन. लेकिन उस पर केतु दिखता है. तो आपका क्वेश्चन है व्हाई इज ही गोइंग, इट्स वेरी हार्ड टू आंसर. वो ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं, बट चार्ट में दिखता है कि कर रहे हैं. अभी जो दशा चल रही है वो जुपिटर की है. इस कुंडली में जुपिटर अच्छा प्लैनेट है. जुपिटर मर्क्यूरी की दशा चल रही है जो बहुत अच्छी है. डोंट वरी, ये अब की दशा अच्छी है. 2026 तक ऐसे चलेगा. 2026 के बाद जो नेक्स्ट दशा आएगी वो बेटर है. इट इज फार सुपीरियर. फिर उसके बाद 2027 इज इवन बेटर. देखिए, नया इज यंग, ही इज इन कॉलेज, ही नीड्स सम टाइम टू एडजस्ट आल्सो.
दैट्स ट्रू.
ओके, गिव इट
तो
टाइम.
ओवरऑल गुड करेगा.
नहीं, ये बात अलग हो जाती है. ओवरऑल गुड ना, बिकॉज उसमें पता नहीं यू वांट टू टॉक गुड इन व्हाट, हेल्थ, करियर, फाइनेंस, मैरिज. वो बात कर सकते हैं. आपको चाहिए आप अपॉइंटमेंट ले लो, डिटेल में बात कर सकते हैं. वॉट एवर यू प्रेफर, यू नो.
अच्छा, ठीक है.
ओके,
ठीक है. ठीक है. थैंक यू सर.
श्योर.
Let's take next call. Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
Hello, doctor.
हाय.
I just had a question for me, like from the previous caller. I think the previous caller asked me to just like simulated me to ask me this question. I don't want to go from here. I'm settled here already, but what is there in the destiny for me? That's all I wanted to know on my chart.
You're going to have to tell me your date, place, time all over again.
Sure. 29/11/74.
1974 क्या था?
29/11.
29/11.
29/11. So November.
November, yeah.
November 29, 1974. Time क्या था?
2:20 a.m.
2:20 a.m. Okay.
and Chennai.
India. Okay. Chennai. Okay, so November
I'm
29,
happy here. I
1970.
just wanted to know what is there in my destiny, actually.
When you say what is in your destiny, your chart is good. You have exalted moon. Moon at 3 degrees. We've spoken before. I don't see many charts with exalted moon. But I did tell you that moon is sitting with Ketu. What is your question?
So I wanted to know if I'll be spending my next 20 or 30 years of my life, especially in Shani Mahadasha, right? Shani Mahadasha is going to be there in another 6 years.
No. If you're
So
going to...
will I be going back to...
Your voice echoes. Will you be doing what? I'm sorry?
Will I be going back to India or will I be staying here is the question.
What do you want to do?
I want to be here.
So you want to be here, then why you want to go back? Is it your destiny?
Oh, there are a lot of people who are saying like the Shani Mahadasha, like especially a good Shani Dasha will basically bring you back to the point of your origin.
See, the Shani Dasha is going to be the second best Dasha of your life, right? Because 9th Lord will be far superior. So 9th Lord would be the Venus. Abhi Jupiter Dasha chal rahi hai. Shani Dasha is going to start in 2029. The first half of Shani Dasha is going to be 5th Lord. And then the next half is going to be 6th Lord. Correct? The 6th Lord is going to be stronger than the 5th Lord. If you are asking me, are you going to go back? No. This chart is not telling me you're going to go back. I don't see you going
Okay.
back. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I think we'll just continue with some discussion on moon.
जी, definitely. So we were talking that moon strong होना चाहिए, but if it is weak, so let's start with some remedies.
Yeah, generally people ask, what are good remedies for moon, right? One is yourself, gathering your own self-confidence. Meditation is great, I believe. I think you should take some time off, meditate, give yourself some calm, peace, you'll feel better. But agar astrological remedies chahiye, then we always tell people on a Monday afternoon, Monday evening, go to a temple, go to a church, go to a gurdwara. You can donate white cloth, you can donate rice, you can donate yogurt, you can donate milk. These are considered good remedies for your moon. You can also go ahead and wear a pearl.
Pearl.
Those are good things for moon.
Yes.
Why? Because pearl comes from water. Moon is a watery planet, right? Last time somebody asked the interesting question, moon is Chanda Mama. Well, the answer really is, every planet is male, but they have characteristics of female. Moon has 27 wives. They are called the 27 nakshatras, right? But they have feminine characteristics. God is, what is the gender of God? We don't know. Male, female, we don't know. We have no clue. But we have our identity say God is both, right? For us, because he is, that's why we have Ram, Sita. That's why we have the other gods, right? Shiv, Parvati.
Nar Narayan.
Why do we have two? Because you can't define one. So same thing here. You know, the moon is a planet, male. He's 27 wives. But at the same time, he's got feminine characteristics. Shani. Shani is son of the sun.
Sun.
But he has no gender in astrology.
Oh.
Shani is considered neutral gender, right? I was talking more of cabinet positions. I was talking about characteristics of planets. So interpretation is critical. These are things you should do for remedies for the moon. ये important होता है.
जी. और एस्ट्रोलॉजी में प्लैनेट्स आल्सो कॉज डिजीजेस, हमने बात की भी है मून की डिजीजेस के बारे में.
Yes.
सो एनीथिंग एल्स यू वुड लाइक टू ऐड देयर?
Moon can cause TB. Moon can cause
Asthma, you said.
asthma, nervous system, defect in the left eye. That is caused by moon.
Even circulatory system.
Blood system. Correct. You're halfway there, Vedika.
Yeah.
Halfway there.
You're bio graduate. जी. So you already discussed the moon in different nakshatras. So can you elaborate in different houses as well?
दो चीजें होती हैं, moon in different signs and moon in different houses. Both are important. If I tell you moon in first house, yes, but if the first house is also the sign, then it becomes important. For example, अगर moon first house में बैठता है, then these people typically lack independent judgment. Question is why? देखिए, first house is your body. The mind is now focused on everything, all aspects. When the mind is fragmented, focusing on everything, then he's not able to focus on that one thing that you want. इसलिए जब mind first house में आता है, it causes you to have a wandering mind. But pleasing personality होती है. They're very charming. They're very easily adapting. Now, if this was an Aries, then he would be fond of traveling. So you have to see आपका moon कहाँ बैठा है, कौन से sign में है. If you don't know, go on my website. Go make your chart. It's free. Press a button, enter your date, place, time, कुंडली आ जाएगी. You'll come to know आपका moon कहाँ है. Shoot me an email. saket@saketbhatia.com. Say, I went on your website, ये मेरी कुंडली है, what is my sign? If you don't have time, you send it to us. We will make one and tell you where your moon stands. So, अगर first house में है, you typically have a pleasing personality, but at the same time, wandering mind, right? अगर second house में आता है, then you have an attractive face. Remember? Karak,
Yes.
Karak. Sun, moon. Second house, moon होता है. Wealth values का भी. Right? You have strong family ties. You have a very charitable disposition. And I'm seeing this in many charts these days. अगर moon third house में आ जाता है, then third house is courage, hobbies. So you're very courageous, but at the same time you are into writing, speaking, traveling. This is third house. Fourth house is property, conveyance, right? Agar moon fourth house mein aata, you're more focused on getting and drawing more property. You're more focused on drawing land for yourself, financial gains through investments. Fifth house, romance, pleasure. For all those single girls that are looking for a romantic husband, get a boy who's got moon in the fifth house. अच्छा होगा आपके लिए. I know Vedika is laughing already. But fifth house अच्छा रहता है husband के लिए.
targeted search होगी.
Targeted search.
The moon in the fifth house.
Moon in the 5th house.
मतलब कैसा इंजीनियर डॉक्टर पता नहीं, मून इन 5th हाउस चाहिए.
Romantic husband मिलेगा आपको.
जी.
For all those women who are not seeing this, make your husband's moon stronger.
Yes. So whoever you like, go to saketbhatia.com. उनका birth date, place, time डालिए, कुंडली बनाइए and check कीजिए moon 5th house में है क्या. So with that, I would like to remind the listeners, Saket Bhatia Astrology Show सुन रहे हैं आप. And as Dr. Bhatia just mentioned, that you should know where your stars are placed, where your planets are, and you can do that at saketbhatia.com. And if you want Dr. Bhatia's help, आप उन्हें contact कीजिए by writing to him info@saketbhatia.com. उनकी website है saketbhatia.com as I mentioned, और या फिर directly call text कीजिए 408-639-5300 पे. We have a caller waiting. Can we quickly take a call?
Sure.
Hello, you're on air with Dr. Saket Bhatia.
हेलो.
Hi.
नमस्ते डॉक्टर भाटिया जी.
Namaste. How are you?
आई एम गुड. हाउ अबाउट यू?
I am very well. Thank you.
I have a question for my daughter.
Okay.
She's become doctor soon.
Congratulations.
तो उसका अभी लास्ट वो 3rd step 3 होता है ना
हाँ जी.
exam,
Yes.
वो है सैटरडे को.
Okay. Good luck.
तो कैसे करेगी बताएं प्लीज.
Okay. What is your daughter's date, place, time?
She is 1994 born है and November 7th.
November
2:30.
7th, 1994. Okay. 2:30.
2:30.
In the morning?
Afternoon.
Okay. And place of birth?
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara. Okay. तो आपका क्वेश्चन क्या है? How is she going to do in her exam? Okay. आपकी डॉटर की जो चार्ट बनती है, she happens to be a Capricorn ascendant. इनका Saturn retrograde है ascendant में. जब Saturn retrograde होता है ascendant में, थोड़ी लाइफ में डिलेज आती हैं in marriage primarily. That will be number one. Saturn in its own house very strong. अब दशा चल रही है Mars Moon की. वो दशा खत्म हो जाएगी 19th of September 2024. आपने वेरी स्पेसिफिक क्वेश्चन पूछा है रिगार्डिंग डेट, सो हम अंतर दशा लेंगे. ओके. कब है एग्जाम?
सैटरडे को 6 को.
सैटरडे को दशा चलेगी मार्स मून की 1 2 3 4 5 6. ये 6 घर दूर है. मार्स मून की दशा है, सैटरडे को है. शील पास द एग्जाम, देयर इज नो क्वेश्चन. दशा चल रही है मार्स मून राहु, नो प्रॉब्लम.
गुड.
कांग्रेचुलेशंस.
चलो गुड. थैंक यू सो मच.
नो प्रॉब्लम. आप वो लास्ट टाइम किसी ने कहा था आते ही नहीं कोई, या तो वेदिका ले जाती. आई डोंट नो व्हाट द डील इज, बट हमें तो मिठाई मिली नहीं. ओके.
आपको घर बुला के मिठाई अपने हाथों से बना के खिलाऊंगी.
थैंक यू सो मच.
So we got a very interesting call and somebody was asking कि अब शादी हो गई and moon check नहीं किया, अब उसका कोई उपाय बताइए.
उसका उपाय है, मून स्टैंड्स फॉर अडेप्टेबिलिटी, एडजस्टमेंट. लर्न टू एडजस्ट एंड बी अडेप्टेबल. उसका रूल ये है.
ये सबका उपाय है.
ये सबका उपाय है. वेदर योर हस्बैंड, वेदर योर वाइफ, रिलेशनशिप किसी के साथ भी हो, even with your own kids, you have to learn to adjust because every soul is different. Everybody is unique. You cannot force anybody to go your way because life सबकी अपनी है. Everybody wants to achieve something. You have to learn to appreciate people for who they are. You have to push people so they can succeed in life. Because remember one thing, अगर आप खुद सक्सेसफुल नहीं हुए हो लेकिन आपने किसी को खड़ा कर दिया, बड़ा अच्छा लगता है. It feels good.
That's deep. Yes, absolutely.
It feels great.
Yes.
Right?
I hope you heard it, the person who called. So उसके बाद let's come to moon. And moon के बारे में आप बात कर रहे थे, houses placement पे.
6th house is not very good for moon because उसमें क्या होता है, any house which is placed planet in the 6th house, it loses some of its strength. And it's a house of disease ना, तो बीमारियां बढ़ सकती हैं.
जी.
7th house, early marriage, good looking partner.
Okay.
Gains through marriage. That's a good thing, and you're generally admired by your own circle. Good, overall nice, but extramarital affairs भी हो जाते हैं when we see moon in the 7th house.
Oh.
Moon in the 8th house, again gains from the partner, but can cause kidney disease. हमने देखा है जब moon 8th house में आता है, moon is कारक for mother ना, 8th house is death. It can indicate early death of mother. I said can.
Okay.
लेकिन अगर इस पे अच्छे एस्पेक्ट्स हो, मून की डिग्निटी अच्छी है, then there's no issue. Then it tends to correct itself. Moon in the 9th house is foreign travels. Moon in, person gets more interested in religious, guru के पीछे जाते हैं. Moon in the 10th house, Bill Gates. Moon in the 10th house, Mahatma Gandhi. Famous people. सबका इतना होता नहीं, but if they're good aspects, 10th house, you're going to do well. They have a comfortable life after they've succeeded and done what they want. I know Gandhiji did not get what he wanted, but he did get. He got India
Right.
where it is. Right? There is not one person on this planet who doesn't know that name.
Yes, definitely.
11th house, I know somebody, my brother is listening carefully. 11th house, this applies to him. Easy success in life. Helpful to lots of people. You'll have lucky position and you'll have lots of female friends. and finally 12th house
And a great brother.
and a great brother.
Let's add that.
Okay. Now 12th house, you're deeply rooted phobias. You're a charitable person. You will have success in foreign lands and you'll have a spiritual mother. There are many other things I can't cover because there's some other topic I want to discuss, but in general this is what moon placement is.
And I'm really glad that we took this topic, and it's very important. I think sun, moon तो basic element है जो सबको जानना चाहिए.
Correct. We want to add some flavor to it by giving examples, right? Like Bill Gates or Mahatma Gandhi. These are people, look at lots of popular celebrities. They have moon in the 10th house. Moon is also popularity and fame, na?
Yeah.
Uska planet hai. So this week I want to talk about something. जब हमने ये show start किया था, we always say in the promos, myth busting show. We wanted the promos, myth busting show. We want to talk about things.
जी.
तो इस बार एक बार हमने myth bust की थी वास्तु की. It was not taken very well because some people that do वास्तु said, अरे ये क्या हो गया? हमने वास्तु के बारे में फैक्ट बताया है. वास्तु is an own construction manual. I don't know if you were there or somebody else was there. हमने कहा था it's
I
a
was there. Yeah.
construction manual है. How things need to be constructed 1,000 years ago. Partly applicable today, partly not applicable today. Today we are going to talk about other stuff. Like for example, lawyers lawyers have to keep getting updated every year or every 2 years. उनको license renew करना पड़ता है. CPAs have to get updated every year. Doctors need to get. Why? Because technology changes. नई दवाइयाँ आती हैं, नई बीमारियाँ आती हैं.
Right.
So question is, why can't an astrologer get updated? A modern astrologer कौन होता है? Astrology is a science 5,000 years ago. It's a science जिसमें श्लोक लिखे थे. It's like verses, It is your interpretation of these. So the person who studies astrology and gives advice to others is called an astrologer. Astrology is about free will. I have a friend that started a company called Astro Guide. It's a husband-wife couple. They've started Astro Guide and they make charts for kids. They don't make charts in which they tell you what your kid should do, but they make charts so you identify your child's identity. It's a very nice idea. They're doing phenomenally well. And if you have a child, you want to go on Astro Judge. Make your chart. It's very nice for your kids. But coming back to that, why is the modern astrologer important? I have a nephew जो 10 साल का है. He goes to coding school. He's already graduated from coding school.
Wow.
Yeah. My wife is listening to this show too. At least she tells me she listens, right? So she has nephews too who are 9 years old, who are in advanced coding school. Time change हो रहा है. AI आ रहा है. When I was coming here, I was talking to the CEO of a very big company here that's worth about 16 billion. And he was telling me, AI is here for real, right? You have to understand, times have changed. What is the difference between a traditional astrologer and a modern astrologer? I consider myself a modern astrologer. A modern astrologer is one that takes a very psychological approach to things. We emphasize that you are an individual. You will have chances for personal growth, for self-discovery, and to understand yourself better so you can succeed more in life. It could be spirituality, could be family, could be money. This is what a modern astrologer does. We use modern concepts. So when somebody comes to us and says, I don't have a job, हम कुंडली देख के बोल देते हैं, okay, you don't have a job, maybe you'll get a job in 6 months. Go back to school, get better credentials, educate yourself more. We don't tell you, Monday, Wednesday, Friday आपको non-veg नहीं खाना है. We don't tell you Saturday को आपको 6 नारियल पानी में डालने हैं. No, we tell you stuff that will help you. Go back. Go network. Start sending resumes to people. That is what we tell you. हम यहाँ आके रेडियो पे 2 का टेबल नहीं बोलते हैं आपको. We're very proudly saying yes, we use softwares because softwares don't make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. We are trying to tell you that being modern is good. आप राजस्थान से हो. राजस्थान में there is somebody called एक astrologer था, I forgot the name, but इंडिया में तो parrots cards निकालते हैं. राजस्थान की बामर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में गंगाराम करके there's a donkey. You can Google up who goes around telling people their future. You can go to one of those astrologers, equivalent to that. Go to a modern astrologer. आप decide कीजिए आपको किसके पास जाना है. But जिसके पास भी जाना है, go online. Read their credentials. You buy clothes, you buy cars, you buy houses, you buy medicine. Go online. Google the names. Read the credentials. Read the background. Read the reviews. Then decide. Your life is at stake when you're going to an astrologer. That's all I'm trying to say.
Definitely, and that does make sense. So listeners, with that, we are out of time, but you can always connect with Dr. Saket Bhatia directly by calling him 408-639-5300. Once again, Dr. Saket Bhatia ka number is 408-639-5300 or visit his website saketbhatia.com for all the information. Thank you so much for joining us on air, and I'll see you next Tuesday.
Thank you. It gives me pleasure when people call back and say they like the show and they get valuable information from it. So thank you so much.
And we are still waiting for so many mithai ka dabba.
I know. We'll get it someday, unless you're taking them away. We'll meet you next week.
Okay. With that, this is RJ Vedika signing off. Stay tuned.
Listening to Radio Zindagi, KZDG 1550 AM, San Francisco and the entire Bay Area.